well. We're at 5 and 10 right now. Jason Zigmont's been kind enough to let us use his kitchen to make a batch of head cheese. It is now 9:20, got the head on, and we are probably about 3 hours out from actually putting the whole thing together. Right now we're just going to submerge this head in water, get it on the stove top. Got a cup of salt here. It's probably going to take more than that. Go ahead and dump that whole cup of salt in. That's going to have to do. Probably just have to flip it over. It's cooking. We're just going to take this. All I've done is rough chopped 1 onion, 1 carrot, and 1 leek, as well as halved a head of garlic. Left it in here just so that we don't have garlicky bits floating all over. Another container, I've got 15 to 20 black peppercorns, about 5 bay leaves, use 3 fresh if you have them, and 1 bunch of thyme. We are going to put all of this in a cheesecloth. So as the pot's coming up to a simmer, you're going to notice some foamy stuff on the top, some fat, and at some point some film. And we just want to carefully skim all of this off the top. You don't want to take liquid with it if you can avoid it. If we leave this in here, it's going to make our jus really murky. It won't be pretty. We're going to skim this every 5 to 10 minutes until we are done cooking. So this is a really simple piece of charcuterie. It all comes from very rustic farm cooking. Head cheese especially, if you think about the piece of animal that you're using, it's complete trim, things that normally wouldn't be sold. Once you kill an animal, butcher it down, and take it to market, sell off hams, ribs, tenderloins, chops. What are you really left with? You're left with bones, feet, and head, all of which are high in gelatin content. It just really arose out of necessity, and I really think that this will prove that anyone can do it. This is the first time I have made head cheese, and I am totally confident in my ability to get it done. This head was sawed in half but frozen together and eventually separated itself. We're going to move it. We're going to pick the meat off, move our little poultice of veg and herb. And then come off. So we have just over 8 quarts of stock, which we'll be reducing to probably just a quart of jus, maybe a quart and a half. Alright, the stock is back into a clean pot, preferably a rondo, because it's wide, better surface area means quicker reduction. This, we're going to move back to the stove, continuing to skim all that fat, film. Probably about another 2 hours until it's all the way reduced, and it could take up to 3 hours. Wanted to be on TV. That shit sounds horrible. So we're about to start the second part of the process of making head cheese, putting it all together and letting it chill. It's been a couple days since we did the initial process, so my jus was chilled down into more or less just gelatin. So I've got that on a double boiler right now, just loosening up so that I can layer everything and suspend the meat in it. And we have to chop some parsley. Okay, so we have the meat that we have pulled off the head, including the tongue, all of the muscles connecting up to the top of the head, coarse chopped parsley, and our jus, which we have brought back to a liquid state. Our jus is pretty salty, so we're not going to need to re-salt as we layer, but if you taste your jus and you don't think it has enough salt, by all means, salt each layer of this. I'm gonna put just. We also have a lined loaf pan or tureen if you have one. Just gonna put a little bit of jus down at the bottom, put a little layer. Try to evenly divide 2 cups of this. So just break this all apart. Parsley, sprinkle that over, cover it more jus, make sure that our corners are pressed in so that we have nice, even mold. Don't want things too bunched up. Have a good cross section of everything, and we slice it. Parsley again. Another cup of jus. We should be able to press this down a little bit once we get everything in there. Also. Nice and dense, so it has a good cross section. You know, the parsley's like really the only vegetal flavor in this, so I feel like it's okay to go a little heavy on it. Darken dense. Should be able to slice it, eat it like lunch meat. Alright. And now this will go in your fridge, preferably overnight to set, but you could eat it as soon as it's firm, jiggles like Jello. So it's important that you pair this with the right sorts of things because it is so salty and fatty and full of gelatin and just overwhelmingly meaty. So a good French bread, baguette, or boule, as well as a good mustard and pickles. In this case, I'm using Fickles pickles. They're carrot sticks. You just want to try to balance it out with something bland and something acidic. It's going to take... It's a big old chunk of head cheese. I don't like how big it is. Huge. So this is the finished product. Just serving with a little bit of mustard and some local pickles and bread. It's getting late, and I actually think this is a perfect late night snack. After you've been drinking a bunch of cheap beer, just something salty and energy to tide you over until breakfast. It's pretty good. Surprised that I pulled this off. First time, only a little hassle.